Hello everyone, welcome to Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC, APSC and NPSC preparations. I'm your friend Atri and today I'm here with another segment of Current Affairs 365 dated 17th of November 2021. This is your one-stop solution for any news and updates which will help you prepare for your civil services examination, and along with that it is also going to be beneficial for any other Assam state government services. So don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram for any further details related to job notifications. The first news for today is about the consideration that government is thinking about in order to reopen the Kartarpur Sahib Gurudwara corridor to Pakistan on the eve of Guru Parv or Prakash Parv. This particular corridor has been closed for almost more than 20 months now because of COVID-19 pandemic. And now the government is thinking to open this route on 19th of November 2021, that is on the birth anniversary of founder of Sikh religion, Guru Nanak, which the day is also known as Prakash Parv or Guru Parv. This corridor is rare in itself because it is a new initiative between both the countries among the tensed situation of the Pulwama attack of 2019, Balakot strikes, then the decision in order to amend the Article 370 in case of Jammu and Kashmir. All these events have led to cancellation of many trade relations between both the nations. So this particular initiative of cooperation is special in itself. And this project is also special because it is a unique visa-free human corridor. Mostly these are used for emergency situations like fleeing refugees in case of violence, in situations of violence, or on humanitarian grounds of humanitarian disasters. But generally they are not open for pilgrimages. So the Kartarpur corridor, it mainly connects the Darbar Sahib Gurudwara in Narowal district of Pakistan with the Dera Baba Nanak Shrine in Gurdaspur district of India's Punjab state. This corridor was built to celebrate the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev, who was the founder of Sikhism, on 12th of November 2019. Guru Nanak advocated for the nirguna form of bhakti, and therefore he rejected sacrifices, then ritual baths, image worship, all these things, and many scriptures of both the Hindu and Muslim religion. He also set up rules for Sangat, that means congregational worship involving collective recitation. Along with that, he appointed one of his disciples, Guru Angad, to succeed him, and this practice then followed for the next almost 200 years. The fifth Guru, Guru Arjan, he compiled the hymns of Baba Guru Nanak along with the other four successors, and also added the teachings of religious poets like Ravidas, Kabir, Baba Farid in the Adi Granth Sahib. And these hymns, they are collectively called the Gurubani and are composed in many different languages. The Kartarpur Gurudwara is the revered shrine which is about 4 kilometers across the border where Guru Nanak has spent last 18 years of his life. Moving ahead to the next news, it is related to internal displacement, and this news will be tagged under GS paper 2 under the subtopics of social justice, government policies and interventions, and human resources. As per a report titled Mid-Year Trends 2021 by the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, it has said that nearly 51 million people have been internally displaced so far across 33 countries in the first 6 months of the year 2021. There are several reasons for that. The combination of conflict and violence along with COVID-19, poverty, food insecurity, and climate emergency, all these reasons have compounded the humanitarian plight of the displaced, and most of them are now hosted in the developing regions. Africa is one of the most vulnerable area in terms of number of displaced persons. Along with that, in the first half of 2021, around 92,000 natives of Venezuela, they were displaced in the Latin America and the Caribbean. Along with that, in Middle East and North Africa also many new internal displacements cases were reported. and it also surged in the Asia Pacific region, particularly in Afghanistan and Myanmar. Along with that, some around 1.3 million new displacements were recorded in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Africa witnessed the most new internal displacements as conflict and violence fired in several countries. So now the main question is, what is internal displacement? This condition is described as one where a person has been forced to leave his or her house, but they have not left their country. That means they are staying within the geographical boundary of their country. Millions of people, they are being uprooted from their homes or their places of habitual residence every year in because of conflict, then violence, or any developmental projects, natural disasters, and they remain displaced within their country's borders. And the internal displacement is mainly because of two components. First is the person's movement. It is involuntary in order to distinguish them from economic and other voluntary migrants. And the second uh, component is that the person stays within the internationally recognized state borders so that they can be distinguished from other refugees. And as per the 1951 Refugee Convention, a refugee is a person who has been persecuted and forced to leave his native country. A precondition of being considered a refugee is that the person has to cross an international border. And unlike refugees, internally displaced people, they are not the subject of any international convention. Along with that, no single agency or organization at the international level has so far been designated um, for protecting and assisting the internally displaced individuals. But there are some guidelines on internal displacement by which has been provided by the United Nations. The main challenges that these people face are that they are under the threat of physical attack, then sexual or gender based violence. They also have this risk of being separated from their family members, and mostly they are deprived of adequate food, shelter, health conditions, and also in the process of displacement they lose their property and other and their main access to livelihoods. Now coming to the internal displacement of our country, it is estimated that uh, getting an estimation of the internally displaced people in our country is a difficult job because our country is quite huge when it comes to it is compared in terms of area, and it also lacks a central authority that is responsible for coordinating these data from central and the state governments. As per the global report on internal displacement 2020, nearly 5 million people they were displaced in India in the year 2019, and this is the highest in world so far. And India also, moreover, India do not have a national policy and any legal institutional framework to deal with either refugees or these internally displaced individuals. In absence of a permanent institutional structure to oversee the related issue, the granting of refugee status has been at the discretion of political authorities. And the most prominent factors of internal displacement in our country includes the secessionist movements. Since independence, the northeastern part of our country has witnessed major armed conflicts. The Naga movement, then Assam movement, along with that, Jammu and Kashmir's war between the state forces and militants, it had led to the mass exodus of Kashmiri Pandits. Then identity-based autonomy movements like that of Punjab, Gorkhaland, Bodoland, Ladakh, they have also led to violence and displacement of the innocent people. There are localized violence. Internal displacement has also arisen from caste disputes, then religious fundamentalism, or this policy of son of soil. That means there is denial of residency and employment rights to the non-indigenous groups in that particular state. Along with that, environmental and development policies have also induced displacement in last 3-4 decades. In order to achieve rapid economic growth, our country has invested in industrial projects like dams, then roads, mines, power plants, new cities, and many other. And because of that, they have to go through massive acquisition of land, and that has led to subsequent displacement of people within the boundary of our country. So first of all, we need to formulate migration-centric policies and strategies, and other institutional mechanisms are also required in order to ensure inclusive growth and development and reduce the stress laid by induced migration. The next news is related to Safai Mitra Suraksha Challenge. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, they have launched a week-long awareness campaign on the Safai Mitra Suraksha Challenge on the eve of World Toilet Day. It is celebrated on 19th of November, and this is mainly included to run up to the Swachh Amrit Divas. Swachh Amrit Divas is an award ceremony in order to recognize the role and efforts of all the states, cities, urban local bodies and the cantonment boards in Swachh Survekshan 2021 and garbage free star rating certification, which is going to be given on 20th of November 2021. World Toilet Day, it was first designated in the year 2013 by the United Nations General Assembly. They officially designated 19th of November as the World Toilet Day, and it is coordinated by UN Water in collaboration with governments and partners. The main aim behind observing this day is to break the stigma around sanitation, as the silence around the issues of toilets and sanitation can have quite deadly consequences. This year's theme is valuing toilets. Cities will be awarded in 3 subcategories based on population. One with a population of more than 10 lakhs, then a population with 3 to 10 lakhs, and the third one being a city having population up to 3 lakhs with total prize money of rupees 42 crores. It is one of the government's initiative to combat manual scavenging. Now, manual scavenging is defined as the removal of human excrement from public streets and cleaning septic tanks, gutters and sewers. This practice of manual scavenging is linked to India's caste system, where so-called lower castes, they were expected to perform this job. Officially, the number of manual scavengers have dropped to around 42,000 in 2018 from 7,70,000 in 2008. This Safai Mitra Suraksha Challenge, it was launched last year on the occasion of World Toilet Day. This challenge mainly aims to encourage the cities to mechanize their sewer and septic tank cleaning operations in order to prevent any fatalities and deaths related to sanitation activity from hazardous entry. The government also launched this challenge for all the states to make sewer cleaning a mechanized process by April 2021. And if any human needs to enter a sewer line in case of unavoidable emergency, then proper gear and oxygen tanks should be provided to the person who is performing that particular task. Under this challenge, National Safai Karmacharis Finance and Development Corporation, then Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, supported by the Ministry of Union Housing and Urban Affairs, they have decided to organize loan melas across the country. The aim behind this is to help all the Safai Mitras avail loans under the Swachhata Udyami Yojana for procurement of sewer, then septic tanks, cleaning machines and other equipments for mechanized cleaning. Along with that, skill development training have also been conducted through the support of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment in around 150 cities. In addition to that, call centers and helpline numbers have been operationalized in around 345 cities for safe cleaning of the septic tanks and registering complaints on hazardous cleaning. The next news is about the Pochampalli village in Telangana, which has been selected as one of the best tourism villages by United Nations World Tourism Organization. This award will be given on the 24th session of the General Assembly of United Nations World Tourism Organization, and it will be held in Madrid, Spain in December 2021. The Union Ministry of Tourism has also drafted a rural tourism policy, which will not only promote tourism within our villages, but will also revitalize the local arts and crafts along with promoting rural economy. For example, earlier Rudreshwar Temple, also known as the Ramappa Temple in Mulugu district of Telangana, it was inscribed on the UNESCO's World Heritage List. Pochampally in Nalgonda district of Telangana is often referred to as the Silk City of India for the exquisite saris that are woven through a unique style called Ikkat. For this style, the Pochampally Ikkat also received the geographical indicator in 2004. The unique weaving styles and patterns received special focus through Prime Minister's mantra of vocal for local as a part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. In 2015, in order to recognize the diversity of weaving techniques and our rich handloom tradition, Prime Minister inaugurated the first National Handloom Day on 7th of August as a tribute to the formal proclamation of the Swadeshi movement that was made in a meeting at the Calcutta Town Hall on the same day, that is 7th of August in the year 1905. Pochampally is also known as Bhudan Pochampally in order to commemorate the Bhudan movement which was launched by Acharya Vinoba Bhave from that village on 18th of April 1951. Vinoba Bhave was also the first first international figure to receive the Raman Magsaysay Award in 1958. He was awarded the Bharat Ratna posthumously in 1983. The Ministry of Tourism, along with Pochampally, also recommended two other villages. However, Pochampally was awarded as one of the best tourism villages by the organization. The other two villages were Kongthong of Meghalaya and Latpura Khas of Madhya Pradesh. The Best Tourism Villages Initiative is a pilot project by the United Nations World Tourism Organization in order to highlight those villages where tourism preserves culture and traditions and celebrates the diversity, which provides opportunities and safeguards biodiversity. This initiative aims to award those villages which are outstanding examples of rural destinations, and along with that, it showcases good practices in line with its specified 9 evaluation areas. United Nations World Tourism Organization is a specialized agency of the United Nations that works for promotion of responsible, sustainable and universal accessible tourism. It was established in 1975 and its headquarters are at Madrid, Spain. This organization mainly encourages the implementation of Global Code of Ethics for Tourism to maximize tourism's socio-economic contribution while minimizing its possible negative impacts. And this was all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it will be helpful. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you all again tomorrow with another segment of Current Affairs 365 only on Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC, APSC and NPSC preparations. Till then, take good care of yourselves and keep learning. Bye-bye.